I'm Dawn. Welcome back. This is part 2 of syllable division practice. The first video, if you missed it, was setting up the notebook with your students. I use an interactive notebook approach, and I also use the syllable division practice book from IMSE. And so today's demonstration is going to be how to do the decoding practice in the notebook. So I'll just show you the page we quickly set up in the first video, and I'll share my screen with you so you can see that. And this is what we did in the first video. And I talked you through how to do this with your students, particularly online, but you can do it with your class or a small group of students also. I like to have these spaces because this helps to keep them organized and keep where to put their words as we work on our syllable division. So I like to have them put on a Post-it note the rules for how to divide the words, the syllable patterns, basically. So at the top, I have them write syllable patterns, and there's rules, there's patterns basically that we follow when we are dividing into syllables. And there's 4 basic patterns that we follow. And we're going to be working with the first pattern for a while, which is when you spot the vowel and then you have a consonant and a vowel surrounded by the vowels surrounded by 2 consonants in the middle. The rule is typically that we divide in the middle of the 2 consonants. And so we're going to be working with that pattern for a while with these first few lessons in the book. So I have them put on the Post-it note because we will be making many of these pages as we go through the lessons. This is the routine page that I use, and then they can just take the Post-it note with them. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first lesson, which is on page 2, or you could call it lesson 2. I usually write that page number down for myself for sure. You can decide if you want your students to write it down or not. I tutor one-on-one, so I don't need to really have them write it down. But if you were in a class setting and then you have to go back and look in their notebooks or small groups, you might have to have them write it down so that you know what lessons are what lessons when you go back and check their notebooks. So I always have them spell. I always spell the word instead of say the word, because the point of this is for them to decode and say the word. So the first word we're going to write is S-U-N-S-E-T. So this is basically, I'm going to give you a glimpse of what my page looks like. I guess you could photocopy the page and give it to them, but I'm not into photocopies. I feel like the more the students write, the more they learn. And then it's really inconvenient for the parents that I'm tutoring for them to go make photocopies all the time. And then I end up with all these loose pages all over these notebooks or having to make holes in them. So I'm tutoring digitally, and this is so much easier for me. So here's our first word, S-U-N-S-E-T, and we're going to grab our highlighter and we're going to highlight our vowels to start. So let me just go ahead and zoom in a little bit. I just lowered my camera so you can see that first word a little bit better. And I'm going to highlight the U and the E. So we're going to spot those vowels, and we're going to label the vowels V and V underneath. We're going to make our vowel bridge is what we call it, a vowel bridge. And then we have to look between the vowels and see what we have. So we have a consonant, we're going to label it C for consonant, and another consonant. And then we want to look at the pattern. So we bring our little syllable patterns over here. Now, eventually we'll have lots of patterns to look at, but right now we just have one. So when we have a vowel and a consonant vowel, the rule is we divide between the 2 consonants. So generally, this is a rule that they should be learning in about 2nd grade, but I'm finding so often right now that they don't know this rule. So anyway, so don't be surprised if they don't know it. They don't know it. So now we're going to look at we have two vowels. So we have two syllables. You have a vowel basically in each syllable or a set of vowels. So we're going to cover up the first syllable right here. And let's look at the syllable. So what kind of pattern do we have in this syllable? Now you should have been teaching, this should have been pre-taught before you get to syllable division. So there might be another set of videos you need to look up by me. So this is the close pattern. So when the vowel is closed in by a consonant, it's going to say its short sound. So this is the closed syllable pattern. So therefore this is going to say So now this side says sun. The other side, what's the pattern on the other side? Oh, it looks the same way. The vowel's closed in by the consonant. So it goes for a short walk. It says its short sound is what we say. So it's closed in also, and it says eh. And so this side says set. Now let's put it together and say it fast. Sunset. Say it again, sunset. So this word is sunset. Now, I always like to attach pictures to these words, and it creates interest for them, and they have such a limited vocabulary. So sunset is when the sun is going down, because so often they cannot explain this. So I do just a quick little picture, or if the picture is virtually impossible to draw, then we might do like a little synonym or something to go along with it. Or if we need to, we can do a little bit of both, but I just try to make it quick. So our next word, which they kind of like on my list, is capital B-A-T-M-A-N. So let's highlight our vowels. We have A and A, and let's label vowel, vowel, draw your vowel bridge. And we have two consonants in between, consonant and consonant. And then the rule is when you have a vowel and a consonant and a consonant and a vowel, you're going to divide between your two consonants. Ooh, I just had thunder outside my window. Or thunder strike. So here we go. So the first syllable is what kind of pattern? And it is closed in. So the vowel is going to say ah, and this says bat. And the other side, it says this is closed in, and this says man. So this says Batman, Batman. So let's draw like, I'll just try to figure this out, and we'll just put a cape on him like this. We can, I don't know, tie it, and I just do the best I can. And then they have fun with it. And then I just do it like that, Batman. There we go. I just do a scribble little drawing, and they just kind of copy me, or they do it their own way. And if they have, many of my students have document cameras. So after I do a couple, I'll have them show me their work through the document camera. If you're in a classroom, just walk around and keep an eye on what they're doing. Next word is C-A-T-F-I-S-H. So once again, label your vowels, and then vowel, vowel, bridge, and you'll see, and then divide between the consonants, and it's the same thing. So SH, by the way, always stays together. So we circle it, and this is closed, and this is the closed pattern, and it says catfish. So I'm just going to draw just a simple little fish for catfish. And so that is this, by the way, this lesson is just focusing on compound words with the closed pattern. In the closed pattern, it's focusing on vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, and dividing between the two. And so these lessons are very scaffolded and take them through all the syllable patterns, and also the close, the open, the magic E, all of those different kinds of patterns whenever they're reading 2-syllable, 3-syllable words and beyond. So it's a great little book to follow through. My next video will be showing you how to just basically decoding practice the same idea using a whiteboard. So just giving it a little bit of change up from the notebook and how I would do that. So feel free to join me on video number 3 using the whiteboard and syllable division practice. See you later.